distance, this opening hole is really a gorgeous getaway. You can kind of get lost just looking out on the horizon.
Yeah, it certainly is pleasing to the eye off the tee. You see the hole bending gently to the left. Bunker down the left, not really in play.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, now the second shot here at the par 4 opening hole. And what are we looking at?
Well, with a short iron in hand, Rich, I mean, you just go flag hunting straight out of the gate. It's a generous green.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. Good swing, good shot yet again. And getting ready for the putt. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Keegan lining this one up for birdie. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. This is the strength of his game, putting. Ian Poulter set to go. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Did the job right there. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
That will be a great look at birdie. You can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the third hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. You just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee, let it carry as far as possible.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Slight miss, and they'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Settles in over the putt. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. Here's the man with the best ponytail in the game. He's also a pretty good putter. Miguel Angel Jimenez for birdie. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
Makes the putt for a birdie. Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
Yeah, the ball's going to go further. Obviously, get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So a tester from 4 feet. Okay, no problem with that one. But now a chance for a birdie. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, fifth hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
That one was struck solid, about 290.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the car. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Second shot now to the 6th, Frank, to this slightly elevated green.
Which changes the optics, Rich, coming in here. You'd think you'd want to hit a nice, high, lofted shot, but because that green's pitched up, you still skip one in there a little low, if you choose to.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. He's made it. Just a couple of feet. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. This is a good-looking shot. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
What an opportunity. A putt for eagle. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
He has made plenty of these in his distinguished international career, Miguel Angel Jimenez. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
110 to the flagstick. Miguel Angel Jimenez, known as the mechanic, Frank. Why?
The way he wears the hat, it looks like just a grease in an oil chain, please, and a little 68 in between.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Seems to really have the touch today. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310. That's fine.
Now one of the best personalities in the game, Miguel Angel Jimenez, ready for his approach.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I'll tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Keegan Bradley has this for eagle. And it is down for an eagle. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, we begin this back nine with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie. Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, might just catch the left side of the green. You're on the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Bang, right in the back of the cup, Frank.
Unbelievable.
Locked in on the read and the speed. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Just a good, solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, what do you want to do with this second shot here at the 11th?
Just a scoring club again, Rich. This is a chance to get off to a good start on that on the homeward 9. Anytime you get sort of 8-iron down, you can virtually go straight at the flag because this green pitches back towards the player.
Now a 7-footer. And in for birdie. See if Bradley can roll this in. Continues to roll it very well all day long. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
Well, he's been doing this a long time, all over the world, making birdies. Miguel Angel Jimenez. Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot added, though.
I mean, takes the wind right out of your sails. Did the job right there. This would give him the par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dogleg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
All right, the approach shot is on the green, but he'll have a very testy putt coming up. Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, would be the go.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Okay, no problem with that one. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
Off the flight path again.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a putt for birdie from long range. Probably would be happy to get down in two. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Second shot now for Keegan Bradley. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Keegan Bradley for par. Good putt. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Well, Frank, as we wrap things up here at Banff Springs, we think about reasons